Yes, I am live. I'm live across 2 platforms. I'm doing something different today. Oh my goodness me. I'm live on YouTube and I'm live on playback. Yes, how is everybody doing? Yes, if I was shouting, by the way, on YouTube, if I was shouting, it's because I am live, as I mentioned, on playback, and we're doing something a little bit different this evening. So obviously, I'm going to be live here on YouTube. I'm pointing to my right because I can see my YouTube screen to my left, actually. To my left. It's always reverse. But to my left, I'm live on YouTube. But I'm also live here to my right. To my right on the left. You get my point. On playback. Now on YouTube, there's no soundboard. No soundboard on YouTube. On playback, there is soundboard. So we've got double. We've got double trouble, double bubble this evening. So if you're up to date, if you're not worried about syncage or anything like that, of course that's the issue with playback. You can't really sync up or anything like that. But what you do get is you get a bit of fun. So if you've got no trouble with syncing up, linking up, you can go over to playback and you can hear some of the sounds I'm going to be playing with the soundboard. If not, we're together here on YouTube anyway. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all, indeed. So big up to everyone. Hope you're doing well. If you're on YouTube, click the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right hand corner. I can see Ajax was actually in the chat earlier on. He said, "Good luck, UV fam. May the best team win tonight. Enjoy the game." Now I saw that, and I reached out to Ajax and sent him a message, being like, "Hope you're doing well. Blah blah blah. Have you got a message?" Now I haven't listened to this, which is always a risk. I haven't listened to actually what he has said. But I've got some responses. Let's hear what he says.
Hey Owen, thanks mate. I wish you the same, man. Have a great match, and looking forward to the game. Also for the United View community, have a nice one. Hope the best team wins. In my case, I hope it's a Dutch team. Players to look out for on our side is Kobbie Mainoo. Very good player. He's doing very well in these tournaments for our squad. And also look out for Daniel Malen. He's in the first 11 today, not on the bench. He's a very versatile player, very fast and technical. So, yeah, you should look out for him. And of course, you know, he hasn't been great this tournament yet, but also look out for Memphis, because this is a player that can do something crazy in an instance. You cannot see him the whole game, and then he does something very, very nice. So we will see, man. Have a great match. Hope you guys enjoy it, and we see each other soon. Bye, man.
There you go. Well, he sent me another one, a follow-up. What else did he say? This one makes me nervous. I haven't heard of it. Pause. It was prediction. You never know. This is why I should check these things. Go back.
For the Dutch team, hopefully.
Go back. There you go.
Oh, and my prediction is 2-1 for the Dutch team, hopefully. It's a very tough game, so it will be narrow margins, I think. I even have this feeling it can go into extra time, maybe 1-1, and then in extra time, the deciding goal for the Dutch. Hopefully it's a 2-1, but I think you probably think something else.
I'm going to go with my prediction. I am live right now. Big up. Appreciate that. The UV community sends their well wishes. Andy says, love Ajax. Yes, indeed. English Oak on YouTube says, Ajax, all the best to you. Chris Day says, with a handshake emoji to you. I'm going to go with, I feel like we might be headed to penalties this evening. So I'm going to go with either a 1-1 or a 0-0, and I think we're going to be in for a long night. But big up. There you go. Look at this. Yeah? Multiple platforms. You've got YouTube, you've got playback, you've got Instagram. Connection. Yeah? Total connection. So big up to everyone involved. As I mentioned, if you're on YouTube at the moment, be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe as well. Bottom right hand corner recently hit 170,000. If you're on playback, get involved too. Interestingly as well, I have heard that when it does come to playback, I've heard that actually the playback stream is actually quite far ahead. There's much less lag time between playback and YouTube. And this is actually the YouTube setting that we have in terms of the latency is the lowest one you can possibly have it on. So it's the least amount of lag time you have. So, you know, sometimes people go, oh, the timer, you're like 30 seconds behind. That's just how it is on YouTube. Can't do anything about it. Playback, that's a little bit different. And also, you do get the soundboard. So hopefully, you know, we'll be playing some crazy stuff. Last night we were playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Right now I can play that on playback. You can't hear it, but it's playing right now. You can have the Kenny version of it as well. It says disgrace. Terrific. Players are in the tunnel, and watch out for this referee this evening, folks. Watch out for this referee because, just saying, there's history. There is history involved in this, of course. Jude Bellingham called him out for match fixing in the past, and he got suspended and fined for it. And lucky though that he's not reffing any big high stakes, high profile matches. Oh wait, a European Championship semi-final. That's always a concern, isn't it? That's always a worry. So, do you know what it is as well? It's not even like, oh, I'm really afraid he's going to fix the match or anything tonight. It's just a case of like, if there's any bad decision, people are going to be like, what's going on there then? What's happening with that one? So, very, very strange. Ridwan on playback says, did you see Chris Wheeler news of the Man United physios that left? I did see that, yes. Some breaking news in the last few minutes from, as mentioned, from Chris. Oh, look at that. The fireworks, or the sort of streamers going off there. That two senior physios have left Manchester United. Actually, let me get my other screen here. Multiple screens. Yeah, multiple screens. That two senior physios have left Manchester United. Let me get that here. God, there's a lot of music going on in this game, isn't there, as well? It's very dramatic. Specifically, Richard Merron and John Davin have left the club as the overhaul of the medical department continues. And this is the overhaul headed up by the doctor that came in last season from Arsenal, Gary O'Driscoll. And this is sometimes why I just pay to have a bit of patience, isn't it? Because sometimes these overhaul can't happen really quickly. And sometimes it does take a smidgen of time indeed for those to happen. For team news, it must be said, inside the stadium, it is basically an away game for England. It's far from neutral. There is a lot of orange shirts in Dortmund this evening. But for the Netherlands, they have Verbruggen in goal, the back four of Denzel Dumfries, Stefan de Vrij, Virgil van Dijk, Nathan Ake. The two holding midfielders, Reinders and Schouten. They've got Marlon, Xavi Simons, and Cody Gakpo. Memphis Depay up front. For England, just the one change. England stick with the back three / back five. The one change is that Konza is out. Gahey is back in. Of course, he was suspended for the quarterfinal, so he is in. But behind him is Jordan Pickford in goal, the penalty hero, making the save from Akanji. But the back three is Gahey, Stones, and Kyle Walker. The wing backs once again: Kieran Trippier, Bukayo Saka. Midfield two of Declan Rice and Kobbie. In front of them, two number 10s, Jude Bellingham and Phil Foden. Somehow still playing. I don't know how. And Harry Kane, who now, by the way, talk about conspiracy going mainstream. What I've been saying for the last however many weeks for England, there is something wrong with Harry Kane. I'm telling you now, Fleck. I guarantee after this tournament, something will come out that he is injured. He had a bad back prior to the tournament. He went to have treatment after the Bundesliga season finished, and I guarantee you there is something wrong with him. Now they start to talk about it for kickoff. They're going, I wouldn't actually be surprised if he was carrying a knock, actually. I wouldn't be shocked by that one. Just watch him. Of course he's carrying a knock, no doubt about it. So, yes, those sort of positive sparks all still remain on the bench, and Gareth will bring them on after 77 minutes, most likely. Super chat on YouTube from Amanor says, come on England, screw Virgil van Dickhead. It was very It was very, you know, I mean, Virgil was like, you didn't hear that on YouTube, but you did on playback. As we're about to play the national anthems, once again, national anthems, you'll be able to hear them on playback. You won't be able to on YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthems, starting with England. God Save the King. Get ready. There's Saka, Bellingham, Kobbie Mainoo, Phil Foden, Declan Rice, Mark Gahey, John Stones, Harry Kane, Jordan Pickford, of course, as I mentioned, made big saves in the penalty shootout. All of the English players bouting it out. Strong, strong. And once again, if you were listening on playback there, you actually heard the national anthem. Differences. And coming up next is the national anthem of the Netherlands. Wait for this one to play. Yeah? Interactive. Interacted. Eric Ten Hag says Mainoo. David Irvin says from a Scotsman, come on Holland, lol. How bloody dare you? English Oak on YouTube says no extra time is needed. 1-3 England turn up. Nesh on playback says, not the anthem drowning out Owen. It is loud, isn't it? It's really loud. Oh, I tell you what, I timed it perfectly as well. It literally, as this one stopped, it stopped on the screen. Bloody brilliant. Owen the DJ. Fleck, you've been pushed out. I can get on the mixing boards and shit. Semi-finals of the Euros coming up next. Get your prayers in and all that kind of stuff. On playback, we have our first power chat of the evening. You can't hear this. You can't hear that, but it's the power. Boneheart with the power chat on playback says YouTube is the Southgate version of playback. Wow. Wow. Shots fired. Shots fired. Cross platform shots fired. My oh my. I am very concerned, by the way, about ITV being the broadcaster for this. We spoke about this the other day on one of the match views, that England's record on ITV is rubbish compared to the BBC. It's a win percentage, I think, in the 20s versus a win percentage in the 70s. What does that mean? I don't know. Is there a causal relationship there? Is there a correlation? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. But things like that matter to me. Maybe. Don't know. And you have to watch the bloody adverts on ITV as well. Just see them on for booking.com. Get out of here. Can't be dealing with this kind of nerve. It has been raining, by the way, in Dortmund. As famously, Ty said once, you know. It's been raining. So that is something. I swear every time they've played a game in Dortmund in this tournament, by the way, it's been raining. Like, that was the stadium where they had the storm that forced the players off the pitch. So, Wout is on the bench. Don't do it. Don't do it. Prod by Paramera says on YouTube, Roy Keane judge. My style advisor on YouTube says that Dutch team is not good. And English Oak also says on YouTube, nice to see Xerxes on the bench. And Boneheart on playback says, respect the power of the ITV jinx, just like Owen's dad's shirt jinx. Well, yes. Yes. Come on! Do you believe in miracles, folks? I don't know if I do yet, but we'll see. A lot of orange shirts. Let's go! Iconic commentary there from Sam Matterface. Let's go. Oh, it's Lee bloody Dixon. Oh, my ears are bleeding. But Ali McCoy's is on commentary. Wow, it's something, isn't it? It is something. We'll take it. I just hope it's not cagey. Magic. There's Ake. Virgil van Dijk. There seemed to be an element of sort of mixture between the Dutch fans and the England fans, just sort of looking at the crowd, doesn't it? Of course, this has also been the pitch that every single time Lee Dixon has done any form of commentary in this tournament, he has mentioned. I mean, again, every single time. I guarantee you, give it 5 minutes, he will say, well, you know, the pitch. Well, the pitch has been a bit bad, you know. It's just a little ball over the top there. Just spun in behind Marlon. And he is offside. Lee Dixon already annoying me. JKW says, Owen is back on YouTube. I never left. If I haven't done a Euros match on YouTube recently, it's because, just like I am right now, it's because I've been on playback. It's pinned in the chat, by the way. You can follow United View on playback. Free to join, to create a free account, same it is on YouTube. And this evening, whilst I'm live on playback, I've got the soundboard. I've got the soundboard active, playing some sounds, some songs that I can't on YouTube for copyright reasons. Here's Declan Rice. Here's John Stones. Rice once more. Phil Foden, who needs to step up in this tournament. I mean, really, it was unfortunate that his goal was ruled out for offside against Slovakia, because maybe that would have been a moment for him to sort of wake up in the tournament. But very flat, and fortunate to stay on as much as he has. Speaking of which, he's been fouled. Looked like it was a bit more of a slip, to be honest with you, but it's all right. Pitch cutting up already. We've already started. It wasn't Lee Dixon, but it was Sam Matterface. Excuses. My style advisor on playback says, I've moved over. I need the soundboard over here. Indeed, soundboard is over here. Same with Riri. There you go. Says, I do too. The option is there. And that's going to go back to Verbruggen in goal. Oh, nearly caught by Phil Foden. Steffi Jenks on YouTube says, come on the Netherlands. You didn't hear what I just said on playback. Here's Xavi Simons. Pass towards Marlon. You can collect that, Jordan Pickford. No problem. Wow, how have I done here? I'm not sure how, but I've just... Does anyone know how to change your... Does anyone know how to change your Apple Watch face? Because I've just changed mine by accident. I don't recognise this. The buttons have all moved. What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh dear. Just swipe it, Owen. Ball in! Now, that's not my watch face. What happened? What? I can't use anything. Damn. Ness on playback says hold it down and it will zoom out and then you can slide between faces. Hold it down. No, that just opens up Siri. Oh, the hold down the watch face. Aha! Thank you, Nesh RD. Yeah. Playback 1, YouTube nil. They fixed it. Founder model on YouTube says Owen swearing. You don't have a clue, honestly. Some of these England games recently, my goodness. Is Virgil van Dijk. This is a bit of a weird one as well. Just it's not really important, but the camera angle is very high up in Dortmund, and I don't really like it. I like a bit of just a little bit closer. Is Kobbie Mainoo. Here's Bukayo Saka. Play on. Kobbie. And that's John Stones. Show on YouTube says we've still only won one game in 90 minutes. Do you know what it is, though? Is that doesn't matter, does it, in tournament football? I agree with you in the sense of it's concerning, but wasn't it Portugal went that far by they came third and they ended up winning the whole thing? How many games did they win a game in normal time? You know, that's knockout football, isn't it? You know, the usual rules of football almost don't really apply. Is Denzel Dumfries. Intercepted by Gahey. Oh, speaking of intercepted, Simon's dispossessed. Right, shoots! Oh! Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Good start. Good start, innit? Here we go. Well, look, at least England have got to come out and do something now. My goodness me. Got to break down something. I mean, first of all, Declan Rice loses the ball. It's really poor. And I want to have another look at this because how good is the goal? Let's have a look. You give the ball away in a bad area. Let's have a look. It's really poor by Declan Rice. That's really, really poor. Then get out to him. Get out to him. They just back off. It's not a foul. I mean, look, it's a great strike, but maybe I'm just angry. Maybe I'm just angry. I thought it was more in the top corner than it was. My initial reaction when I saw it was I want to have another look at this. Maybe it's because it's hit too hard. You know, honestly, it makes me so worried now is that England have to break down a low block. Well, if the Netherlands decide to have a low block. I think it's just a really poor goal to concede. I mean, Declan Rice losing it, that's bad. I think Jordan Pickford gets beat by the pace of the ball. But I do think Pickford will watch that back and it will be like, oh, Ajax. Ajax in the chat as well. I said I'm going to be nice to you after the game, yeah? But hopefully, it will make England a bit more attacking. But it's Gareth Southgate. Gareth Southgate still will not be attacking until about 77 minutes. But, you know, in this tournament, well, in the knockout stages, certainly, we've gone behind it every single time. You know. It's interesting actually in the chats here. There is a sort of contrasting opinion about the that goal. Peter on YouTube says good goal. Alan says Pickford should do better. CH says Onana says that. Jonathan says Pickford should do better. King of the Indy says poor from Pickford. I get beat by it, but I think again watching that replay back, and that was my initial reaction, was it's closer to him than that looks. Ball in. Redwan on playback says, so weak from Rice, man. He's got to be more durable. That's a foul by Gakpo on Saka. But I remember having a somewhat similar conversation in the last Euro semi-final against Denmark. You remember when the Denmark player scored that free kick? And it sort of flashed past him, and there was sort of a bit of contrasting theory about that. I've gone, while it's quite far out, she should do a bit better. It's not completely in the corner. I mean, it's the best Xavi Simon's looked the whole tournament. I mean, he's had a couple of good sort of spells in games. Trippier ball in towards the back post. Declan Rice. Oh, I should get better connection to it. That's half a chance. Have another look. Oh, he's got to do better. Riri on playback says Pickford got fingers on that. I think he misjudged it. Show on YouTube says Rice is not good facing his own goal though. Never has been. I think it's a poor goal. I think it's poor from England's point of view to concede. From the Dutch point of view, it's proactive, gets it at his feet as a shot. Test the goalkeeper early on. But I think England, first of all, the biggest fault is Declan Rice losing the ball there. Then you don't get out to him. You invite the shot. And then the shot itself flies past the goalkeeper. But I think Pickford would go, you know what? I feel like I should do better. Shoots. Verbruggen pushes that wide. Peter says, can't be a good goal. Can't be a good goal and poor from the goalkeeper. From a different perspective, it can. From the Dutch, that's a good goal. They're 1-0 up. Their point of view, they've won the ball high up the pitch, taken a shot, been proactive and scored. From an England point of view, it's not a good goal. They lost the ball in a poor position, and keeper might look at it saying, I should do a bit better there. It's different perspectives. Mr. Tish on playback says Xavi cooks some basmati. That's some space. Jude Bellingham turns. Kane. Out to Saka in the box. Bukayo Saka cuts inside. He's going to try and shoot. He's going to try and shoot. Shoot! Oh! Carry Kane over the bar. He's holding his foot. They want a penalty. They're saying they want a pen. Let's have a look at it. Let's have a look. Well, I tell you what. I tell you what. Wow, it's just a clash, Ali. Just a clash. Could have been killed. I guess they're not going to look at it at all. And from that angle, it looks like he more kicks his foot. But, I mean, I don't know. They're not looking at it. Do you know what it is, yeah? Do you know what it is? And now they're checking. Now they're checking. Interesting. Potential penalty check. And now they're checking it. I told you. I told you it was a penalty. Where are those people in the chat now saying Kane kicked him? Yeah? It is a penalty. It is a penalty. What's Lee Dixon? Shut up, Lee. It doesn't matter. Penalty. Penalty. It is a penalty. I'm just going to say, I mean, I know the Premier League's not a barometer. I've seen them given in the Premier League, by the way. I have seen those given in the Premier League. It's a FIFA pen. It's a FIFA penalty. Christine Uncle. No. I mean, literally. It could have been killed. It's a penalty! It's a penalty! Who doubted this referee? Who doubted him? Who doubted him? Who doubted him? Who doubted him? Oh, Lee Dixon, shut up. Lee Dixon, honestly. Honestly, Lee Dixon. Oh, stop it, Lee Dixon. Stop it, you miserable shit. Oh. And he's a booking. Good. Good. He should have sent him off. Should have sent him off. Get him off the field. It was diabolical. Harry Kane. But bear in mind, he didn't take a penalty against Switzerland. And I'm thinking about France all over again. Harry Kane. Harry Kane. Deep breath. Little stutter. Shoot. Yes! Come on! Come on! Oh, over a playback. You won't be able to hear this on YouTube. But I tell you what. Come on! Come on! Come on! Good. Shut up, Lee Dixon. You idiot. Oh. Lee Dixon giving it. I just don't know about that one. Ah, shut up. I mean, if you are hoping for sort of impartiality, it's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Where is Ajax now? Come on! Come on! Oh. I mean, in reality, probably isn't a penalty. But I don't care. Don't care. It's fine, yeah? No problem. Good decision, referee. Excellent. I mean, as we were saying on playback, yeah, he could have been killed. Could have been killed. And for those moaning and whinging, yeah, about shitty referees, yeah, it might not ever be a penalty. Newsflash, these referees are rubbish. Referees are rubbish. How is this new news? And make no mistake, yeah. if that's the barometer of these refereeing decisions, they will come back to haunt us. Yeah, they will come back to haunt us. Yeah, but come on. Ah. Garsha says, Owen, if that was against United, what would you say? Of course I'd be annoyed. Of course. It's England in a semi-final, though. You're not going to get me to a Lee Dixon and be going, oh. It's not a penalty. it's a penalty on FIFA. You know, I think if you've ever played FIFA, you've had that one. You know, when you take the shot, someone takes a shot and you do the tackle and it goes over and it's a penalty. But this isn't FIFA, it's real life. But, yeah, I'm not going to be like, oh... I'm not gonna be absolutely terrible. I feel awful that we're drawing after we went 1-0 down and we're not very good. Oh God, terrible. I'm gonna stop streaming. I've got to get out of here. I'm gonna stop. You know what? Actually, you know what, Netherlands? You know what? You kick off. Go up the other end. You can score again. It's just I feel terrible about it. And to be honest, if it was against England, would I want it to be given? No. But my goodness me, throughout the years, how many shitty decisions have England had against them? Gosh. Do we need to say Frank Lampard in South Africa? Or anything like that? Oof. Here's Harry Kane. Memphis Depay. King's on playback says ref cracked under the pressure. Well, I think legitimately it is also a situation whereby once again, this was kind of Ange Postecoglou's thing the other day, which I do agree about it is the game being refereed by someone that's not on the pitch, which is kind of mad, really, isn't it? Because we know the case now. If you get sent over to the screen, you're told overturn it, overturn the decision. Foden, Harry Kane. Kobbie, travels. Oh, put through Foden, Phil Foden, get out your feet. Yeah, oh, on the line. Oh, Phil Foden, get out your feet. Oh. I mean, for someone that's got the best feet, he can't get the ball out of feet. Kobbie's done everything for you. He's put it on a silver platter. Put it in the back of the net. Oh. What I will say is, since the goal, England have been the far superior team. Trippier, ball in. Oh. Harry Kane had a shot. Obviously had that penalty instant just there. Ball off the line. Oh, Kyle Walker. There's 2 balls on the pitch. Oh, he's already got the ball at his feet, referee. Please, please. Got to give us the ball back. We had it in a crossing position, man. There you go. But certainly since that first goal, England have been on top. No doubt about it. Oh, can I have a mute button for Lee Dixon? Honestly. Here's Declan Rice. Switch over to Kyle Walker. I want to see that replay back because the commentary for the ITV thing were basically were basically saying it was all Phil Foden. Ah, brilliant feat by Phil Foden. Wait a minute. Did not see Kobbie just slide the ball through? Is that what we're saying here? Here's Bukayo Saka, space to run into. Harry Kane tries to spin. I mean, the issue that Harry Kane has at the moment is that he can't really move. Because clearly there's something wrong with him. I want a foul, referee. Ah, it was too soft. Oh. Foden. I want a trip. I want a trip, referee. There was a trip. I think that was a foul. I mean, he's through, and clearly there's a bit of contact there. But, look, after you get that penalty, England now have to realise that some of the decisions are going to have to be properly nailed on. Ball over the top. Headed by Gay. Simons. Blocked by Rice. Reinders. I mean, to be honest, this is the first time that the Netherlands have been high up the pitch since they scored that goal. Dumfries. That's blocked. But since the goal, England played, here we go. Clearly on the line. If you're on YouTube, click the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right hand corner. Here's Kobbie Mainoo. I mean, for as good as they're saying Foden's feet were there, I was getting a bit frustrated that, again, he just didn't get it out quick enough. He almost ran the risk of sort of overplaying it a little bit. And they didn't really show Kobbie's pass. But 27 minutes gone. Netherlands 1, England 1. Been a good first half though, hasn't it? I mean, people were worried it was going to be boring. It's been far from that. Jude Bellingham. Out towards Bukayo Saka. One thing, yeah, is that Netherlands, there is so much space for England to run into. Bukayo Saka getting a lot of space. Kobbie. Kobbie again. Turn. Phil Foden. Give one more. Jude Bellingham. Oh. It's not bad play, though. That's better. But there's space for England. There's space for Bukayo Saka under the legs. Oh. There's space for Bukayo Saka. Kobbie's getting space. And to be fair, despite the criticism in the tournament and miss there, Foden's looked a bit more alive. Memphis Depay, though. There's space for the Netherlands, too. Memphis looking for Marlon. Good tackle. That's going to be a corner for the Netherlands. I mean, Walker and Gay both fly in with that one. But it's good defending. Here's the corner. Obviously, they've got some tall players there. Virgil van Dijk, Stefan de Vrij. Need to be careful. As the claps begin from the Dutch fans. Of course, Cody Gakpo, tall player too. Ball in with that. Header! Off the bar. Off the bar. What worries me about Pickford is sometimes, yeah, like he's just nowhere near it. Like, you know, for all the talk about, you know, like the T-Rex arms or whatever, there are some times where it just looks like he's nowhere near the ball. Or he looks really small in the goal. Oh. Rice. Kobbie. Bukayo Saka. They're saying it's front foot football from England this evening, which, to be fair, it's the most attacking we've been in the whole tournament. But my only concern is that will make Gareth Southgate, you know, shit himself, basically. And he'll be like, none of this. It's almost like the worst thing we could do in this game is go in front, because then we'll back off massively. Kind of saw it with the Netherlands when they went 1-0 up. They went 1-0 up, and then suddenly England become the better team, because they got attack and Netherlands just drop off. I mean, to be fair, that's not exclusive to this match either. We've seen that quite a bit in this tournament, haven't we? Of just teams go 1-0 up and they just stop. They go into the ultimate low block. Just, no, not going to attack anymore. Not going to do it. Kobbie, Harry Kane. Oh, I was looking for Bellingham. Well done, Kobbie. Wins it back. Bukayo Saka. Into the box towards the back post. Kieran Trippier. He said he was being held there. Less than 15 minutes to go. It's the most threatening England have looked in the competition in these 30 minutes. Bukayo Saka. Foden. He's going to shoot. Foden! Oh! Oh! Off the post. That is outrageous. Oh. Oh. If you're listening on playback, you can hear my heartbeat. It's beating on my chest. But we've had here a goal apiece. Both teams have hit the woodwork. England have had an opportunity off the line. Whew. My goodness. My goodness. A reminder, if you are watching on YouTube, you can watch this on playback. We're live in 2 places this evening at the same time. Playback, we've got the soundboard, which we don't have on YouTube this evening. For instance, if you're on playback right now, you can hear what will happen if England lose this game this evening. Here's Kobbie. Out wide's on. Oh, he tried it. Sort of reverse pass. Look, Kyle Walker's going. That was the option. He knows it as well. I mean, definitely in this tournament, with this tournament, Harry Kane, try and play it in behind to him. That ain't going to happen. He can't run. Memphis Depay is down. He looks like he's done. I mean, he sat down. He's holding his hamstring. I think he's done. I mean, 33 minutes to be sat down, holding your hamstring. And to be honest, having just a look of resignation. Many people wondering if it means... I mean, you can't hear this on YouTube at the moment, but it's the sound of the horse. Could the horse be about to get onto the pitch? Doesn't look like it. It's not a Weghorst time, is it? It's Veerman. So what does this mean? So Memphis Depay is off. So he's going to play in midfield. So who's going to go up front? Maybe Gakpo? I mean, Xavi Simons looks a bit confused. Marlon's through the middle. 10 minutes to go to half-time. Netherlands 1, England 1. An early goal from Xavi Simons. Cancelled out by Harry Kane from the penalty spot with a stonewall penalty. Couldn't get more clear-cut than that. It's the most obvious penalty I've ever seen in my life. Ever. John Stones. Gay. Bellingham. As English Oak says on YouTube, stone cold pen. Absolutely. That's what it was. Stone cold. Stone cold pen. Here's Gay. Bellingham. Bellingham again. To be fair, look, since giving that penalty, the ref actually hasn't really given that much. There's been players on both teams that have gone down, and the ref's just not really having it. I mean, it's not really anything in that. Flick on. Just make sure you get to that Walker. That's a bit poor. Watch Xavi Simons. Watch Simons. Watch him. Intercepted by who? By who? Kobbie Mainoo. Again. Kobbie Mainoo. He is on it this evening. Bukayo Saka. What a player he is. Kobbie Mainoo. Really terrific. Terrific little player. John Stones. Walker. Kobbie. Phil Foden. Inside onto his left foot. Gives it back to Kobbie. Kieran Trippier. Stones to Declan Rice. But it's still 1-1. Still a level game. Still an even game. It probably has been... Well, no, it's not probably. It has been England's best performance. Not that that bar's very high. Because it's not. Crossfield pass. Kieran Trippier. Foden's going to travel with it. He's got space. Kobbie. Ball in. Great ball by Kobbie. Kyle Walker. Cut it back or put it across goal. What are you going to do? Gives it back to Kobbie. Oh, brilliant. From Kobbie again. Foden shoots. Oh, Kobbie Mainoo. I'm telling you now, Fleck is running the show. I mean, Kobbie Mainoo, it's outrageous. Look at this. It's European Championship semi-final. Little back heel. Oh. What a top-notch player. He is the real deal. And it's funny, actually. Bonehurt on playback says, and Kobbie will still be the first to be subbed. Exactly what English Oak said on YouTube. Great minds think alike. But he is everywhere. He's blocks, passes, link up, press in there. Top-notch player. And do you know what is funny as well? It's like, I remember, you know when he played in pre-season last season, and the United fans were saying, no, he's the real deal. He is the real deal. And even when he started playing games after his injury in the Premier League last season, don't ever forget that opposition fans, Ops, tried their very best to gaslight us into that we were overhyping him. No, you're overhyping him. He's not that good. You're not saying it. And then he played one international game, one international game for England, and suddenly they all went, oh no, actually he's really good. So what I would say to those ops, piss off. And as English Oak says on YouTube there, Trent experiment. Yeah, imagine that. Imagine that. Gareth Southgate earlier on in the tournament. I'd rather play Trent. A right back in midfield. Kobbie wins it back again. Oh, have a shot. Oh, he is everywhere. He is everywhere. Look at that. Wins it back. And my style advisor makes a good point when he says Kobbie is so good, even risk-averse Gareth Southgate put him in after a few friendlies. I was thinking about that. Funny you bring that up. I was thinking about that before I went live on this one. Is that he always finds a way, doesn't he, Kobbie? You know what I mean? Just when there's the conversation about, oh, but he's still young, blah, 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 his talent just keeps overcoming it, where it's like, no, we've got to play him. we've got to play him. We have to keep playing him. Same with United. No. Remember, because when Eric took him out for a couple of games, or at half-time, or 60 minutes, and we lost against Forest, and afterwards it was like, can't take him out. Can't take him out anymore. He's got to play every game. Same with England. Like, well, actually, no, we're going to under 21, so under 23s, no. Turns up, well, actually, yeah, maybe put him in the squad. Plays one friendly. Well, actually then, yeah, England squad. Let's take him to the Euros. Got to take him to the Euros. But he probably won't be starting games or anything like that. Comes on the pitch. Naturally, no, we got to be playing him. Even though Gareth wanted to try two people over him. You know, Trent, Conor Gallagher. And I was like, no, Kobbie. Like, his talent is that supreme that it finds a way. It just keeps finding a way. It literally just keeps finding a way. As Show says on YouTube, it's like Yamal. Talent is talent. You play them regardless of their age. And eventually the age becomes a bit of a moot point, doesn't it? It doesn't matter anymore. You know, he's good, so he plays. That's it. Superb. And, you know, for all of the talks about players we want to sign this summer and transfers and what have you, no, the biggest transfer we made last season or change came through the academy, Kobbie Mainoo. And it's just, if anything, it's just like, oh, imagine we had him all season as opposed to those months he missed out because he got injured in pre-season. And now, if he did get injured and was out for an extended period of time for United, I'd be terrified. He's that important. I mean, regardless of this match, that's just how important he is to United. We saw that in the FA Cup final. Bellingham, that's better. Bellingham. He's been a bit quiet in this first half, hasn't he, Jude Bellingham? Declan Rice. Kyle Walker. Declan Rice, Foden, Bellingham, out wide to Trippier. I tell you what, I mean, imagine, yeah, actually Luke Shaw playing consistently in this team. Because he is a weak link, Trippier. Still, that left-hand side is just very redundant. Trippier, Declan Rice. Walker. Out to Harry Kane. Look at Kane try and run, by the way. You can't tell me there is nothing wrong with him. Bukayo Saka. Still going. Good strength. Get to Bellingham. Trippier. By the way, I was laughing my head off before kickoff. They did an interview with Gareth Southgate, and he went, Luke Shaw, nearly ready to start matches. I went, nearly ready to start matches, Gareth? There's 2 games left. I mean, if he's not starting this one, the only match he could start theoretically is either third place or the final. What do you mean, nearly ready to start matches? I would hope so. Oh. Reinders. 3 minutes of stoppage time. Been a brilliant first half. Virgil van Dijk. Is there not even a third place playoff for the Euros match? Wow. This is the only one match left to play. And the irony is, Luke Shaw will be one of the last people to come back from Man United training. So, pulled a bit of a blinder, hasn't he? Misses a lot of the pre-season. Didn't play a lot of the tournament. De Vrij. Simons. Ake. Scouten. Out wide to Dumfries. Dumfries again. Because thinking about it, as Colin says there on YouTube, the potential is Luke Shaw. He won't play a lot of games. You know what I mean? Like, thinking about it, he's going to miss a few pre-season games. I think he'll eventually link up with him on tour, maybe play like 1 or 2 matches. But going into the season, you would hope that he would play more football. Here's Ake. Simons. Walker, see that out. He manages to keep that in somehow. Tell you what, Ake did brilliantly to keep that in. Veerman, ball in. Flicked on, and that'll go out. It did unbelievable to keep it on. And then tries a little flick on there. It doesn't work. Look at this. Yep, just managed to keep it in. Terrific. As this will probably be the half-time whistle here. And indeed it is. Half-time. And it's Netherlands 1, England 1. Xavi Simons' first goal, opening goal, ruled out by Harry Kane from a fortunate penalty. No doubt about that. Don't care, obviously. But, yes. But one thing we'll say is a very good first half. I mean, brilliant first half of football. Certainly England's best performance of the Euros thus far, without a shadow of a doubt. Not even close. The most attacking England have looked. The most progressive England have looked. The best game Phil Foden's had, certainly. I think best player on the pitch. And once again, a bit like the penalty decision, I'm going to be biased here. But Kobbie Mainoo's been... how do you describe him? Brilliant, sensational, just unbelievable. I mean, and that's not just even offensively, that's defensively as well. His pressing, he's had several key blocks, interceptions, winning the ball back high up the pitch. Then we get into his passing, his link-up play with the likes of Phil Foden. He's been brilliant. He's been absolutely excellent. CH says on YouTube, are we lucky to be level or unlucky not to be ahead? Well, England been better team. England been the better team. I mean, Netherlands scored the goal, and then after that, I don't know if it's because they sat off. I don't know if that's just because that's their level. But England, after that, completely had control of the game. Looked really dangerous. I mean, look, obviously, the penalty is very fortuitous. And if it was against England, of course, I'd be livid. I will take it, obviously. But then after that, England are very unfortunate not to score with Phil Foden. His shot off the line, created by Kobbie Mainoo again. There's been a couple of shots from Foden, a couple of shots from Harry Kane. I mean, again, this is previously we're talking about it taking 75 minutes for England to get a shot on target. That is just not the case today. So I think England are in a very good position, but it's still level. It's still 1-1. Netherlands still do look dangerous, and they've hit the bar. We've hit the post from Phil Foden's strike. So certainly all to play for. But I do have a feeling that I haven't had just throughout the entirety of this tournament, which is getting to half-time and going, I tell you what, England have played all right in that first half. They've actually played okay. They've played pretty good stuff. Looked pretty attacking. If I was going to, again, praise players, I'd say Kobbie's been, I think, our best player. Phil Foden very close to that. Declan Rice, I think, will have to have a look at himself for the goal. Loses the ball in a really poor position. We don't close him down. I think Pickford obviously gets beat by the pace, but he'll be a bit frustrated by that. Harry Kane is Harry Kane at this point in time, which is, there is clearly something wrong with him because he's running around like he's 90 years old. But that doesn't stop him from scoring. But it does mean that we can't play the ball in behind to him. Not that he'll run in behind anyway that much, but it's got to be to feet for him. Or he's just looking for stuff that happens in and around the box, things like that. Bellingham, I think, has been very quiet again, but a bit like Harry Kane, he can, I guess, pull something out of nothing, so he's going to continue playing. I think Bukayo Saka's actually looked pretty bright on the right-hand side too. I think it's just a case of when. It's just a case of when Kieran Trippier comes off, because once again, that left side is just non-existent. It's so inverted. There's just nothing there. It's no coincidence. Everything's coming from the right-hand side, and you look at that sort of triangle of players on the right-hand side. It's Kobbie. To the right of him, it's Bukayo Saka. In front of them, it's Phil Foden. I mean, it's that literally that triangle of players is when the most stuff's been happening on that right-hand side. On the left-hand side, not so much. But yeah, England been on top, better team. Kobbie, absolutely brilliant. Phil Foden, best game of the tournament. So I'm feeling okay at the moment, and which says a lot for England. So we shall see. My only hope is that we just haven't completely punched ourselves out a little bit. Sometimes that can happen in international football. We know that, where you have a good 45 minutes, good 60 minutes, and then after that you've kind of got nothing to show for it. Almost in a weird way, and I suppose this is good problems to have, but I'm a bit concerned if England do score, because I just worried that given the nature of Gareth Southgate, if we were to score, let's say 55 minutes, I think then he would look at that as we've got to defend for 40 minutes, which can look a bit exposed at points. So I think timing is going to be everything in this one. But again, I wouldn't be opposed to having that problem, shall we say. Super chat on YouTube from Amanor says, I hope Eric Ten Hag is watching to see and learn how to play Kobbie. From Gareth. I think it's just a case of having people to help do his defensive work. I mean, that's quite a wild comment, Amanor, to be honest. What have we got here on playback? A reminder, you can watch over on playback with us. Links in the video description. It's also pinned in the live chat. We've got the soundboard going this evening on playback. For instance, right now I can play what can I play? I can play Football's Coming Home. I mean, I'm kind of reluctant to play it when it's half-time and it's 1-1, that must be said. On playback at the moment, my style advisor says, so what you're saying is Southgate for United, don't be such a disgrace and a cheat. You know what, Amanor, as people are saying in the chat on YouTube, they're saying, so you're saying you Gareth Southgate over Eric Ten Hag, because that's how the internet works. Got to remember that. That's how the internet works. It's not about what you didn't say. It's about not what you said. It's about what you didn't say. They're just showing the penalty incident again here, and yeah, it's a FIFA penalty. I mean, there's no way of sort of dressing it up. It's a FIFA penalty in the sense that if you've ever played FIFA, you have the you take the shot and it goes over the bar and misses, and the tackle that went in, they give it. But I don't care. I don't care. The discussion about referees and poor decisions and VAR is a constant decision. I think for football, it needs to be fixed and rectified. Until it is, we're going to have situations where we're robbed, and we're going to have situations where we benefit. That is the case. I saw someone the other day, and it was actually, I think, a really good argument when they were saying that. I think that it's almost, again, it's not necessarily the technology that's the issue. I don't think it's the people utilizing the technology, and on top of that, it's the laws. The laws don't work sometimes with the technology that we've got, and they change them and they tweak them. I mean, how many times have we seen the handball law change and all that kind of stuff? It's ridiculous, isn't it? And it will change again. It will change again. And what we shouldn't do is what will happen at the beginning of the season, because this happens at the beginning of every season. Is they introduce some weird bullshit laws that they just enforce maybe like 2 weeks, and what it really is to distract you from the bigger things that should change in the game. Remember the beginning of last season? What we're going to do right now, what we're going to do at the moment is the coach, you've got to be at the front of the technical area, and your other coach has got to be at the back of the area. That's what it's got to be. They enforce it for a bit, and then they don't care anymore. Remember the World Cup? Every single time the ball stops, now we're going to add that time on. At the end of the game, 15 minutes added time. This one had 3 minutes added on. They're not going to do it anymore. They do that all the time when they try and these new things. Beginning of this season, we're going to really clamp down on time wasting. And then a couple of games in. That's what it is. Aminor with a super chat says, just to be clear, I do not want Southgate as manager. Wow. A couple of minutes ago, Aminor, just, you were just sort of saying, that maybe Eric could learn a thing or two from Gareth. So I think people see, what you said there, Aminor. It's just very interesting, isn't it? Very interesting. Bonehurt on playback says, check ESPN on X. Let's have a look. ESPN FC. I'm sure it'll be something very positive about either England or Kobbie Mainoo, I'm hoping. Less than 30% of Earth is covered by land. The other 70% is covered by Kobbie Mainoo. That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see. Good. And once again, to those ops, he's not actually that good. That had to eat some crow when he played for England the first time. There you go. Yeah, there you go. What else are people saying here in the chat? SLD says, Aminor, I'm with you. Southgate in. Yeah, Aminor's the chairman of the Southgate in party. That's Aminor's made his position very clear this evening. That's what he's done. Over on YouTube, if you haven't already, click the like button. Be sure to subscribe as well, bottom right hand corner. And a reminder, you can join us on playback too. We're simulcast this evening. And we have the playback soundboard in effect. Yeah. At the moment, we're playing God Save the King. Can't hear this on YouTube, but yeah, that's what it's all about. Ridwan on playback says Luke Shaw is warming up. Is that true? I really hope it is. I really hope so. Ian Wright's been calling for that. We shall see. Oh, there you go. It says Luke Shaw. There you go. What do you call it? Luke Shaw is warming up at halftime during the break. Aminor says, you are triggering me. Just, I think people see. People see. People can see true intentions, Aminor. We'll leave it at that. And the problem is now, that's going to stick. More than Amis Snore, more than falling asleep on KG, that comedian's channel. It's fake news. That's what it'll be. It'll be fake news. That's be going around. It'll be going around community posting everyone as well. This is not true. This is not true. Not at all. What else have we got here on YouTube? It's said on the first crackhead says Foden will score. Mr. Mess says just tuning in. That wasn't a pen, right? Or am I crazy? It's obviously very, 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 very harsh. But didn't stop me from celebrating. Didn't stop me from caring. Lee Dixon on commentary was giving it. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Oh, shut up, Lee Dixon. Honestly, what a killjoy. Oh. I mean, honestly, what a killjoy. I bet he's fun at parties. Well, actually, I'm not really sure about that one. It was more. He was protesting more than Ali McCoist, and he's Scottish. You know, Ali McCoist was like, well, Ali McCoist is not a penalty, but you know, whatever. Lee Dixon, not really. It's not really. I know. I don't care. I'm happy, but I'm not really sure. You know. The one thing I am surprised with it, I'm not so much surprised. I could see it maybe a situation where the referee just gives that on the pitch and just goes boom, penalty, because it happens so fast. But the surprising thing is that the technology looks at that, and maybe that gets back into the conversation about looking at things over and over and over again in slow motion, and you know it makes things look worse than they are. But shall see. K-Flow on playback says, just joined, watched a bit of the first 30 minutes, seemed to be on the front foot after we conceded. Bonehurt on playback says, looked like Shaw might be coming on at half time. I hope so. Yes, I very much hope so. That'd be one of my sort of nitpicks from that first half would be that once again, left-hand side is just pretty non-existent because Kieran Trippier's so inverted. But it's there for us. It's there for England. Playing the best stuff they've played all tournament. And yeah, it's there. Just sometimes when you've got momentum, you just got to take it. You just got to take the momentum, take your chances, and win the game. Get to another final. I mean, I don't know what I will do doing this with England in a final. I'm not sure I'll be able to handle it. Realistically, Descent of the First Crackhead says, "Owen, you sound like you're happy with Southgate and the performance so far." I'm considering again, it's the best England have played in the tournament, so I can't not be happy, even though it sounds like it's double negative. On comes Luke Shaw. Look at Gareth. Look at Gareth being proactive. Proactive Gareth. Wow. Look at this. Proactive Gareth. I mean, maybe. Pep Southgate. Oh, no. He's on the pitch. There he is. There he is, Veggie. Veggie is on the pitch. Vegors. Vegors with a Z. Vegors. Vegors. Ah. Gotta be careful. Gotta watch for Vout. Danger. Still got the headband on Memphis Depay though. Never comes off. It's like a luchador with his mask. As we wait for the second half to kick off. And we are off. 45 minutes away, hopefully, from our final appearance in Berlin. Come on. Come on. But what you have seen is both managers, they're, England, have we switched shape here? We've switched shape. Back four. Which is interesting because I thought the shape was working. So that is a risk. I thought, we're creating chances. Wing backs on the right hand side, not the left, but was working. We shall see. Now he wants to be radical, by the way. I'm telling you now, yeah, if it's in this half, we're super defensive, I'm going to be pissed. Like, as CH says on YouTube there, Southgate said, we're creating too much. We're creating too many chances. We're way too attacking here. Let's settle it down. Let's get back four. Get people behind the ball. I hope not. I hope that's not the case. I'd be so pissed if it was. Dawood says Spain already got the trophy. No one is passing them. Well, let's just give up then. Let's not play this game. Let's just not bother. Same thing that they said about Manchester City and Manchester United in the FA Cup final. And congratulations go to Manchester City on the FA Cup victory. Oh, wait a minute. They didn't win that final. Anything's possible. You just got to believe. And what is actually funny is Spencer says with a super chat on YouTube, Southgate's wearing his big boy pants. Gotta put my big boy pants. But it's almost typical Gareth Southgate in the sense of the first time it's like a proper half-time change or whatever. A substitute isn't enough. We're changing shape, mate. We're changing everything. The one time he doesn't go like for like. No, we're changing the whole thing. Change it. But it's going well, Gareth. I don't care. Here's John Stones. Declan Rice. Ball over the top. Bukayo Saka keeps it in. Nobody there. Where's Harry Kane again? That happened in the last game, didn't it? Where it was a cut across goal and just no one was around. That's a free kick. Luke Shaw. But yeah, it looks like it's switched to a 4-3-3 really. Or is it a 4-2-3-1? Maybe a 4-2-3-1 with Bellingham out on the left. I think it is, which I don't like. Is that going to be our ball? Good decision, referee. Good decision, Lino. Does that suggest as well that if he was going to start Luke Shaw, he'd have switched to a back four? I'll be interested to see what he says after the game, because I almost feel like as much as England were attacking in the first half, that he almost looked at a couple of the chances that the Netherlands had and went too much. Shore it up. Ball forward towards Luke Shaw. And it could just mean that this second half kind of fizzles a bit. That's a free kick. I mean, we'll see how it plays out, but it is like a whole tournament experimenting, whether it was Trent in midfield, Gallagher in midfield, back 4, back 5, 45 minutes. That is our best performance of the whole tournament. Change shape. Change the shape. Get more bodies in midfield. Why? We're creating too many chances. It's too high paced. John Stones. My style advisor on playback says Kane is doing nothing, just a body. Dawood says on YouTube, is Kane limping a bit? Anyone notice? I've mentioned it for the last however many games. I'm telling you now, there is something wrong with Harry Kane. I'm convinced he is injured. I'm convinced that back injury he had going into the tournament, he still has. I would not be shocked if coming out of the tournament we find out that the back injury is bad and he's had to have injections to get through it and all that kind of stuff. Because he's even more static than usual. And the problem is, whenever he drops deep, because he almost can't run, he never gets anywhere near the box. The best thing for him to do would be just to stick between the two centre-backs. Because every time he tries to sort of get involved, he's out of the game at that point. But the problem is, with this formation that we saw earlier on in the tournament, where everything's compact in the midfield, they try and play it through the defenders, and Harry Kane can't really run onto anything. Short. And that's going to be a block England throw-in. Here's Rice. Is someone down for England off the ball? Oh, is that Saka? I think he's just doing up his laces. Foden. Bellingham again. It's too compact. It's too compact. Reinders. Simons. Kobbie does well. That's got to go up for a throw-in. I mean, I know it's nearly only sort of just 10 minutes into this, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure the shape change is the right move. I think the wing backs actually did give us, as much as Kieran Trippier is always going to cut in, it did give us some width. And now, once again, we're just... everything is there. Middle of the pitch. It's Bellingham. Oh, unlucky. Nearly kept it in. Just tried to skip past him and keep it in. Couldn't. Throw into the Netherlands. Dumfries to take. Rice flicks it on. That's poor from Saka. Just a hook. There was no real invention behind it. Well, certainly, if this opening 10 minutes is anything to go by, this for a second half does not have the tempo or impetus that the first half had. But, like I say, I worry that this again, I can't be shocked because it's almost expected. But if it was me, I'd be looking at it going, first half, don't make any changes. The shapes worked. If you were going to make a change, you'd be looking at just like for like. You just go Luke Shaw for Trippier. Stick with the back five though. Wing backs, you will have more width. Luke Shaw, natural left-footed. Like, it will work. The space is there. We've switched to the back four. It's got that extra body in midfield, and it suddenly became all sort of cramped and compact again, like it was in the first couple of games. Added with that you then get into the territory of, oh, we don't want to lose the game either. It's Rice. I mentioned in the first half, didn't we, about like Foden had space, Kobbie had space, Bukayo Saka had space. Just feels like that space just isn't there now. Is Foden. Is Kyle Walker. Yeah, Sting's just completely out of it. We're back, folks. We're back. The walk-in football. I mean, the Netherlands have got more compact and secure, but so have England. So it's just, it's like going back in time, like it was earlier on in the tournament. Here's Kane, Walker, Foden. As Bandil says on YouTube, regularly scheduled matches back. Feels like that, doesn't it? This was the match people thought we were getting. People go, oh, England versus Netherlands. Well, it's going to be a bit of a dull game. And first half was anything but. Chances, controversy, shots going off the woodwork. This is the game that people thought we were going to have. As K-Flow says, Southgate reverts to type. Foden, Bellingham, Kane goes down. It's not a foul. I tell you what, Harry Kane, I mean, people don't bring it up a lot because he's English. He's the England captain. Yeah, he goes down very easy. Very easy at points. And he's a proper gamesmanship player. You know, with the backing into players, you know, the famous Lee judges, he's done it again. Like, it won't get brought up on commentary by Lee Dixon or Sam Matterface or anything like that. But then he's just gone down really easily. Kyle Walker. On playback, we've got another power chat. K-Flow says, appreciate the contribution. Says, Southgate said at the half, exciting football. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You're starting football. You don't know about that. Can you play more defensively, though? Switch out to Phil Foden and goes out for a throw. Phil Foden gives a bit of the death stare. Here's Gakpo. Dumfries. Go watch Veghorst. Ball in. Lucky overhit it. I'm worried now. I'm worried. The reason I'm worried is because in the first half it just felt like, well, we'll score because we'll create chances. It's inevitable. Whereas this half, we've seen England do this a lot under Gareth Southgate, which is have a lot of the ball, sideways passing, create nothing, and then them go up the other end and score. Now, I think if you were a top coach or a top manager, you would see that, okay, yeah, I made a change at halftime. Hasn't really worked. They also made a change. So we can't pretend the Netherlands hadn't changed anything, because they did make some changes, and clearly they're set up much more pragmatically than they were in the first half. But I think now a top manager goes, right, we've got to create some chances. We're the attacking team here. Let's make some subs, or let's change our shape again. As English Oak says, which will prove us right, Kobbie off first. I'll tell you if he dares. Rice. That's going to be a foul. What? What for? Got a little bit stale, Ali McCoy's. It's gone a little bit stale. A little bit stale. The bread's gone green, Ali. Yeah? You can make penicillin off it. That's how stale it is. It's gone off. The game's just stopped. I might as well stop the timer. Because we've had over, 15 minutes? Or nearly 20 in this second half. And nothing's happened. It's like both teams went 45 minutes, we'll give it a go. And then after that, it's penalties. Can't afford to lose. What was that? What was that? Mark Gay just put it out for a throw. That was so bad that I thought he did that on purpose, as if like someone was injured. It was just a really terrible pass. That's going to be a foul. I tell you what, Xavi Simons, he looks perpetually on the verge of just pure tears. Every time they zoom in on him, he's like, ah. He's always like, ah, nah. I always want to say to him, it's all right, mate. It's all right. You'll get up. It's cool. You don't have to cry. Free kick. Veerman stands over it. Referee talking to Kyle Walker and Virgil van Dijk. Got a sly grin from Virgil. Ball in. Watch it! Saved by John Pickford. Oh, this is why I said I was worried. This is why I said I'm worried. I said it like 2 minutes ago. I'm worried now. Because it's England of the group stage all over again. England of the group stage and early knockout stages. I mean, he should save it, Pickford. Comfortable. If it goes in, you're asking major questions. But this is how England have been playing throughout the whole tournament, which is create nothing, sideways pass and have the ball, and then concede. And that's headed over the bar. And I think it's a combination of a couple of things. I think, one, Ronald Koeman, he's kind of done Gareth Southgate a little bit at half-time because he's tweaked some things, have taken the sting out of the game. And then I also think Gareth Southgate's shit the bed a bit because he decided to change shape and it's just not worked. Like, it's just not worked at all. And now, I think the Netherlands, not that they're playing better, but they just look way more comfortable than they were in the first half. They're very content with the little that England are attacking, which is next to nothing. Weghorst, foul. Book him! Book him! Send him off. He's a complete threat. A red card. Get him off the pitch. Send him off. Get him off the field. They were diabolical. I mean, Jude Bellingham out on the left. I mean, really? I mean, Bellingham wasn't even really involved in the first half, let alone in this half. He somehow managed to touch the ball less. Kobbie. Oh, fizzed in towards Foden. Oh, gotta be careful. Oh, well done, John Stones. Cody Gakpo. And it's also it's just literally taken out. It's just taken out any semblance of creativity. We had Kobbie literally creating all of these chances in the first half. We had Foden, best game of the tournament. And it goes to show, doesn't it, once again, that actually, I get it that part of it's on the players and all that kind of stuff. But a lot of it is tactical. Because you had Kobbie and Foden in their right roles and they had space in the first half. Now it's all compact again. It's all sideways. Gakpo, ball in. Pickford punches. So yeah, you've got to be honest now, got to change it. Netherlands are on top. They're looking more dangerous. Ball in the box there. Just the right move. But now is not the time to be reactive. Be proactive. Swallow your pride. The change of shape hasn't worked. I don't know if I'd say change it back. I don't know if it would just be like make a sub. Be bold. Take Harry Kane off. Just as an out ball or something. I mean, we're heading into Southgate time. 70 minutes nearly. I swear, if they score from this corner, it's a free kick. There's a foul. My God. Look at Weghorst. Look at Weghorst. Look him. He's got him in a headlock. I mean, just ridiculous. Here's John Stones. Ball over the top. I mean, it's hit and hope, isn't it? It's proper, it's hit and hope. Just over the top, trying to really sort of force it. Early 70 minutes. Any subs? Gareth? Wake up, Gareth. Match on. Oh, Rice. Oh. What happened to this game? Bonehook on playback says Gareth Southgate happened. Wow. Matabu on YouTube says, I really don't like that Owen supports England. Well, I mean, can't really change that, you know. It's just... Here's Reinders. Ake. Oof, I tell you what, they both dived into it. It'll be a booking. As soon as he went flying in, you went, oh. It was a 50-50. Do you know what it was as well? When he was running to fly into it, I was, again, having flashbacks. Because in English, you know, England in tournaments, whatever, there's always like a red card or something ridiculous that happens. I thought, oh, just don't give him the chance. With this ref and Jude Bellingham and the history, oh. Oh. Is Kobbie. Foul! I mean, he's not really touched the ball that much in the second half, has he? Not only has the system killed the game, it's killed the best players. It's been just awful. The second half, literally, Netherlands have sort of stifled the game a bit, but England have changed the shape, and it's allowed the Netherlands to grow into the game. Foden. So here we go again. Now they're starting to turn the commentators again. Well, how about making changes? Well, how about you were kissing his ass? All competition. Bukayo Saka's down. And I praised Gareth Southgate at half-time and said, Gareth, I can't complain too much. It's attacking football. Where if we keep it as is, their space is there, the attacking players are getting opportunities, we can go on and win the game. We'll create chances. And I can't be doing that. Never. Oh, you got to make that, Kyle Walker. Good tackle. Well done. That's why Kyle Walker's in the team. Recovery pace. Good pass by Pickford. Bellingham. Oh, how has he miscontrolled that, Jude Bellingham? Jordan Pickford has picked you out. Brilliant pass. And can't control it. Again, he's been really poor in this game, Bellingham. Even in the first half where we were doing well, he didn't do anything. Is Gakpo. I mean, you'd be looking at Bellingham to pull something out the hat because he's been all game, even in the good first half. He has just not been there. Apparently, Palmer, Gordon, and Watkins are warming up. Spencer says, bring in Ivan Toney and Cole Palmer. Southport. Appreciate the contribution. English Oak on YouTube says there's been no benefit of bringing Shaw on. I don't think it's Luke Shaw fault. I think Luke Shaw in the system in the first half would have worked really well. He'd had even more width because we didn't have any width on the left. On the left, but the system just kills us. We get so central. We get so slow. We get so compact, and we just lose any impetus. And it's difficult for sure because he's playing left back. In front of him's Jude Bellingham. So it's not like, you know, play 1-2, look for the overlap. Overlaps just never happen. Nesh on playback says they should be warmed up already. Get them on, Gareth. Because I feel like now the Netherlands will be like, they've got to say the better team, but they feel like they're the ones in control. They feel like they're the ones that have probably got a goal in them more than England do at the moment. And Gareth, once again, not the time to be reactive. Time's running out. Don't let them score so late. Ball in. Veghorst. Simons. Like, again, that's a warning. That's another warning, Gareth. Make the subs. Don't let them score late and then suddenly we have to do what we've done a couple of times here because your luck will run out. Eventually it will run out. Flick on. Subs, Gareth, subs! Change the game. I think Harry Kane's going to come off. I think he's got to. I mean, he's offering nothing. Literally nothing. Kane will come off. Cole Palmer for... Who would he take off? I tell you now, if he takes Kobbie off, I'm just trying to figure out what he's trying to do, which worries me as well. Giving the ball away by Declan Rice. Bellingham. Luke Shaw. Ball in. I mean, Harry Kane looks just... I mean, again, he can't run. He literally can't run. He can barely move. Let alone run. I should probably say, it looks like he can barely walk. Rice. Foden. Walker. Cuts it back! Yes! Offside. I thought he was off. I think it's Kyle Walker. My initial reaction with Kyle Walker is that he was offside. That was my initial reaction. Wow. Is he? Is he Lee Dixon? It's going to be tight. But my initial reaction straight away was Kyle Walker was off. Offside, I thought so. Literally, as soon as it went to Kyle Walker, I went, he's quite far ahead here. And you know what it is? He doesn't need to be as well. You're looking across the line. You don't need to be. You don't need that tiny little bit of advantage there. Cade and Foden are off. Now, if Palmer's coming off, does that mean... So this means Bellingham's going in the 10. Bellingham's going central, and then Palmer will go on the probably on the left maybe. But at least it makes Bellingham central. There's a bit better width. I'm just waiting to see if Bellingham does end up going central, by the way. Here's Pickford. Flay G on YouTube says, is he saving Tony for extra time and pens? I mean, Ivan Toney will come on. Guaranteed. Is Cole Palmer in the 10? Bellingham's still out wide. Why? Yeah, Cole Palmer's in the 10, it looks like. He's still out wide on the left. I thought it would be obvious, move him into the middle. Stones. Is short. Watkins loses the ball there. Like I thought initially, well, Foden coming off definitely means then Jude goes in the middle, which is where he should be. But for Cole Palmer to be on, and he's in the middle. And I say in the middle, he's not a million miles away from Bukayo Saka. But still, what is this persistence with Jude Bellingham wide left? When he's, by the way, when he's had, you know, even in the first half, not a good game. There's Reinders. Oh, it's good play. Ball in. Well done. It's not handball. I tell you what, it's a proper move as well by the Dutch. England are pressing them, and I tell you what, they just play out brilliantly. They literally just play out. They play out from the back and just play through England. But like, literally, on that left-hand side, look how tight it is in there. Look. You've got Jude Bellingham is in the middle of the pitch. You've got Cole Palmer on the right-hand side, and then Saka's not that far, even that far from the left-hand side. Is non-existent. It's Luke Shaw. That's literally the left. It's so inverted. Ball over the top. Bellingham trying to win the ball back. Well done. Ah, that's a foul. Good bit of skill by Bellingham. Best thing he's done all game. Come on. I mean, can England create a chance in this half? I mean, that's that's the point. In first half, we're talking about that was poor from Kobbie. It was a short pass, and nearly got on the counter attack. He's gonna give it as a foul. Fuck! What are we doing with this shape? Honestly. Even when he made the subs, it's still like completely lopsided. And again, now the Netherlands are just like, we'll just beat you on the counter attack. Like it is there for them. It is. It's going to be a free kick. What would be the yellow wall is an orange wall this evening. Ball in. Towards Van Dijk. It's going to be a goal kick. Let's have a look. I think it should be a corner. Come on. Van Dijk booked. To be honest, John Stone actually does well because he's got 2 orange shirts next to him. Three minutes left. No goals means extra time. Again. Pickford has the ball. I mean, England haven't created a chance in this second half. Literally not a chance. Declan Rice. Bellingham. Watkins. Walker. Saka. Saka out wide towards Shaw. Good touch. Ball across goal. Oh! Oh! In the box. Palmer shoots. Oh! I tell you what, Luke Shaw, touch and cross. It's brilliant. Look at this. Great touch, cross goal. Oh! Watkins isn't used to that kind of class. That's really poor by Cole Palmer. That's rubbish. Chris Metcalf's been a member for 20 months on YouTube. Says if we win after extra time and or pens, Spain will have extra days rest and a lot less minutes in their legs. Disadvantage for us. Or will be more conditioned, Chris. Think on the positive side there, but you make a good point. And England, if we manage to get there, England. Oh, I tell you what, he's a bit of a bastard, that one. That was from the referee. He took his time. He took his time and let him play on, and they were in behind, and then he blew his whistle. That was... Look, he waits. He waits. He waits. And it's very soft, that. I mean, literally, this referee. We were protesting so much about the match fixing stuff. Maybe we protest too much. Maybe we were the ones that were bringing it up for a reason. You gotta be careful with this ref. Why? Well, he got done for match fixing, and we bribed him for this game. Be careful. He's willing to accept it. Pickford. John Stones. Declan Rice. Palmer. Good pass. Watkins. Shoot! Oh my God! Ollie Watkins! You beauty! Ollie Watkins from Aston Villa. He's not the villain tonight, he's the hero. Good grief. Good grief. Ollie Watkins surely has won it. He's crying again, Javi Simons. He's crying again. He's crying in his car. Oh my goodness me. I don't believe it. England in front with seconds remaining. England are going to the final, I think. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh! What a goal! Yes! Look at this, turns, shoots! turns, shoots in the bottom corner. Come on. Oh, what a goal. Through the legs. That's tremendous. Oh. And only 2 minutes left of stoppage time. Come on. Come on. Come on. And superstar Nathan Joseph over on YouTube has gifted out not 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, but 50. 50 memberships. There's too many to read out. It's all going off. Oh. Come on. Oh. And I tell you what as well, look who's involved in it. Kobbie fucking Mainoo. Little touch, gives it to Cole Palmer. Palmer gives it to Ollie Watkins. Turns, shoots. That's brilliant. Utilise your squad, Gareth, because that's what it gives you. And I'll give you credit, because you made the sub, you took off Harry Kane. Harry Kane wasn't doing anything, and you brought him on. Brilliant. Konza comes on. They want to get Conor Gallagher on. Kobbie's coming off. Well done, Kobbie Mainoo. Well done, Kobbie. Well done, Kobbie Mainoo. Oh. Come on. Come on. Oh. Oh. I can't breathe. I mean, literally, I can't breathe. Oh. Yes, the question is, ref. Hey, ref, you know you've been really nice to us the whole game, so might as well just keep blowing the whistle, yeah? Just blow the bloody whistle. Just end it. Just end it. End the game. Oh. Well done, Declan Rice. Get a foul, get a foul, get a foul. Go down if you want. Hit the corner. Oh. You say win a foul if you can. If you can. Don't give one away. Well done, Conor Gallagher. Just blow the whistle, ref. Just blow the whistle. Someone on the England bench has been booked. Who gives a shit? Don't play games, referee. Don't play games. How long? How long? Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. That's 2 minutes. It's basically done. Come on. Come on. No foul. Get out to him. No cross. Win that. Win that. Put your foot through it, Jude. Keep travelling. Keep travelling. Keep travelling. Keep travelling. And a foul. Good. Good. Well done, Jude. Come on. Look at that. Skips past him. It's a definite foul. It's awful. Get him off the field. I want a red card. Blow the whistle, referee. Come on, ref. You know you want to. Blow the whistle. They just hooked out for a throw. Yes! I tell you what, you gotta believe. You've gotta believe. It's game over. England are in the final. They've done it again. They've done it again! Gareth Southgate's done it again! Oh, it was horrible to watch! It was horrible to watch, but we don't care! Ollie Watkins, not a villain tonight, but a hero! England on their way to Berlin! And maybe this is the time! Maybe this is the time! Oh. Look at Gareth Southgate, give it a little bit of that! Come on, Gareth! Go on, Gareth! Oh. Oh my God. I gotta play the song again. If you're on playback, I'm playing It's Coming Home. Come on! Come on! Come on! Oh. Oh my goodness me. All the songs are playing on playback at the moment. It's Coming Home's playing. Xavi Simons is crying. He's crying in his car. Oh. Oh. With a remix, he's crying in his car. He's crying in his car. Crying in his car. Ed Sheeran's there as well. Crying in his car. Ollie bloody Watkins. And I tell you what, I've been saying for like 2 or 3 years I want Ollie Watkins at Man United. That's why. That's why. The scouting. England was shit in the second half as well. Absolutely shit in the second half. But I don't care. Oh. Oh, fuck that. I'm playing It's Coming Home again. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh. Oh. And the best thing is, the guys on YouTube at the moment, they can't hear. I've got It's Coming Home playing loud in my headphones. I can't hear anything. Come on. Oh. Oh. Whew. Look at this. Touched by Kobbie, passed by Cole Palmer. Look at that side netting. Oh. Look at that turn. Bang. Sign him up, Manchester United. Brilliant. I'll tell you what, that is such a good goal. One of the final kicks of the game to pull that off through the legs, side netting. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Oh. If you're on playback again, I'm playing It's Coming Home again. Hey, Ollie Watkins. With the crying in his car. The crying. He's crying in his car. He's crying in his car. Oh. He's crying in his car. And this is what it, you know what this is, yeah? You know what this is? Regardless of how you get there. We found this out with Man United in the FA Cup, didn't we? After the Coventry debacle, if you get to the final and if you win it, nobody cares, do they? Nobody cares. Oh. Jack Man United says, playback, get music, can we get Owen's heavy breathing? Sorry. But I can't play the music on YouTube. I get thrown off the air. Incredible. Big up Ajax in the chat. Says, congratulations, y'all. Clutch victory in the end. Need to digest this one. Good luck in the final. And handshakes to Ajax. Professionalism to the end. Got to be a good winner and a good loser as well. Oh. I had to press it. They didn't hear that one on YouTube. I had to press it. Look at that goal. Look at it. Oh. through the... That's brilliant. That is such a good goal. Such a good goal. That's top quality. Top quality. And on playback, we've got a power chat. A power chat! From my style advisor says, Owen, you're a legend. You are all legends for tuning in across this Euros, by the way, with me. I know that everyone is doing watch-alongs and stuff like that, so it's really appreciated. I'm literally screaming at a screen, sweating, literally. I've got a fan going. I'm still sweating. Ugh. But we've got the final coming up at the weekend. Final coming up at the weekend. And then day after that, Man United playing. Man United playing as well. So, I can't breathe. But be sure to click the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right hand corner. I need to have some water and and a drink and something stronger than that. And then we do it again at the weekend. My goodness me. And the ITV curse is broken. Big up to everyone. I'm out of here. Peace.